Can you believe the quirky, brightly colored foam clogs we now see everywhere almost didn't survive? The story of Crocs, how a small idea became a global footwear phenomenon, full of ups, downs, pivots, and reinventions. It's one of the most fascinating stories in modern branding history, from humble beginnings in 2002 to embracing ridicule and ultimately redefining cool comfort. This is the full journey of how Crocs rose above its struggles and evolution. In 2002, three friends, Scott Siemens, Landon Hansen, and George Bodecker, saw potential in a simple shoe design. This idea was created out of foam in a factory in Quebec. They acquired the design and set out to make a lightweight, comfortable shoe that could handle wet conditions and long days on the boat deck. That same year, Crocs would make its debut. Their first model would be the Beach Clog at the Fort Lauderdale Boat Show in Florida. All 200 pairs would sell out instantly, an unplanned but clear sign that something unusual was brewing. By 2005, as demand surged, Crocs launched the Ugly Can Be Beautiful campaign and redesigned their logo, an early acknowledgement that the shoe was not traditionally stylish but could still succeed. This campaign helped pave the way for the company's successful initial IPO in 2006. It would raise over $200 million. They would grow in popularity and would explode. The company would acquire Jibbitz, a maker of decorative charms that fit into the shoe's holes, giving wearers a way to personalize their Crocs. This helped deepen the brand engagement and encourage customers to collect, not just wear, the shoes. By 2007, the brand was everywhere, from boat docks to beaches to big box stores. But there were signs of trouble too. There was everything from pure knockoffs to stealing designs to copyright infringement to even people changing the traditional Crocs look and making something different but from the same style and concept. Crocs was in trouble. When the global financial crisis hit in 2008, Crocs stock plunged dramatically, dropping about 30% in a single day after cutting earnings projections and laying off hundreds of factory workers. Retailers were tightening down orders and consumer spending was slow. The company responded with a restructuring in 2010, closing dozens of underperforming stores, eliminating product lines. They would cut all sorts of jobs to cut costs. Crocs faced multiple years of disappointing financials, including sharp drops in profit and share price. Despite selling millions of pairs of shoes by 2017, the brand struggled to stay culturally relevant. It was a fad, many were saying. The talking heads were trashing Crocs. It fell out of favor, and people didn't want it. Its image was caught between comfortable niche product and uncool fashion relic. And for many years, it felt like Crocs had lost its momentum it once enjoyed and was coming to an end. The time period between 2015 and 2019 was huge for Crocs. They started to reinvent themselves and they started to do partnerships and collaborations with high-end fashion dealers to increase Crocs' perception throughout the world. In 2016, they would even appear in London's Fashion Week, which brought brand new fresh attention to the brand and would even spike sales. They would even start to partner with social media influencers. This is where Crocs really stood apart. They saw the value of partnering with social media and partnering with unique influencers who could help sell the brand. Not only that, this is when Crocs truly started expanding their niche outside of just making footwear. Instead, creating branding and unique licensing deals with everything from Disney to Harry Potter to Universal. This is where Crocs started to explode in popularity as they saw this as an opportunity to no longer just sell shoes, they were selling collectibles. But one thing that truly helped the comeback for Crocs was the 2020 pandemic. When the world was shut down, this is when comfort became king. Crocs, lightweight, breathable, they were once dismissed by its style. It was a practical footwear now for long days in the house. Crocs even launched a program giving free pairs to healthcare workers, boosting its reputation and visibility during the global crisis. The period saw explosive growth for the brand. especially on things like social media with nurses and doctors showcasing themselves working in hospitals, as well as social media influencers all showcasing the fact that Crocs was the comfort brand. They embraced comfort first. And they also did all these limited edition drops and hype during that time period. This was when tons of partnerships were appearing and people had money to spend to buy these unique shoes. They specifically embraced Gen Z and they wanted to make a practical fashion statement. And Crocs would not only see cultural success, it would see financial success, with its stock price reaching new highs from 2020 to 2024. In 2022, the brand would acquire Hey Dude, a casual footwear brand, and this would expand their product portfolio and double down on their lifestyle branding. However, this created tons of scrutiny as Hey Dude had a lot of debt and Crocs had to take this on in the acquisition. But Crocs figured they could eventually make the brand work within their portfolio and even eventually partnering with Sydney Sweeney, Hollywood actress, to help expand the brand even further and to push that comfort lifestyle. This takes us to today. Crocs has been struggling in the past year due to the tariffs and due to consumer spending slowing. However, as of February 12th, 2026, Crocs had one of their best earnings in recent earnings reports, and their Hey Dude brand is continuing to grow as well as the Crocs brand. And with a partnership from Sydney Sweeney, the expectations is that the brand will continue to grow and develop even further. This started as a small company, a niche shoe. It was utilized in restaurants and in hospitals, but now it's taken over. It was mocked, it was uncool, and now it's become the true vision of comfort culture everywhere. And there is expectations that Crocs will continue to grow and develop and become one of the largest brands around. There is no doubt that Crocs has become mainstream. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know in the comments your thoughts on Crocs. Are you a fan of them? Do you own any? Or do you own any Hey Dudes? We would love to hear from all of you. Thank you again, and we appreciate all of you. Believable Truths.